Hello and welcome to this week's podcast. As you can see, I am back on campus again, all part of us getting things ready for the end of term, but also preparing for us to reopen at the start of next academic year. I wanted to firstly thank everybody for all your support, particularly as we come towards the end of this challenging period with virtual school experience. But I have some fabulous things to share with you that have been going on for the course of this week. Before I get into those, I just wanted to say a thank you for everyone that did the parent surveys. We also did our student surveys as well last week. We've analysed them and it was really helpful for us. Those of you that took part, thank you very much for that information. Some kind of key themes that came back from that. Some really great data coming through in terms of how we're getting the amount of work right for students through our virtual school experience, and how our students feel supported in terms of their well-being through those through our virtual school experience by our teachers. But also some really good information for us about things that you're concerned about in terms of preparation for next year. There was nothing there that was a surprise for us, and many of the things you've talked about we have already got work underway on. So some of the things around transitioning between different year groups, different phases of the school, that's all beginning to happen. Some of the concerns you have around the well-being of your children, we are also concerned about that and are looking to try and share some resources with you for things that you can be doing and some guidance for over the summer. There were other things you wanted to know about in terms of how we open up and what that looked like, and we are working on that right now. We're also needing to wait for some further information from the Texas Education Authority and the CDC, but working with our North Anglia schools around the world, we're getting a good idea of what sort of things schools need to be preparing for, and so we will get that information to you as soon as we have it definitively. We'll do some videos and we'll show you what it will look like and how things will operate, from everything from arriving at the campus, pickups and drop-offs, to what the students will be doing when they're on campus, etc. So some of those great things that have been happening in our virtual school experience I wanted to share with you. Let's start with some of our youngest students, our early years 1 groups. Well, they've been to the beach. Yes, you heard me correctly. They've been to the beach to work on some of their mathematical skills. That's fabulous work they've been doing there. Our early years 2 classes, they've been showcasing their talents in their special talent show. Please do check that out. Our year 1 students have been doing some kind of bringing some things towards the end of the year with some lovely keepsake videos that their teachers have begun to make for them as real nice momentums of their time together this year. And then to some of our oldest students, so if you like science, you need to check out what year 13 student Adele has done in her Breakthrough Junior Challenge. It is an absolutely amazing piece of animation, an animated video that explains astrophysics. I watched it and it all made sense. Brilliant stuff. Continuing our theme of science, Vicky in year 7 has just showcased her inquiry-based learning project on the topic and the series and paralleled electrical circuits. So again, just some examples of some of the great stuff that's going on. Our year 12 students have been taking part in their Group 4 project, which is Group 4 is the sciences in the IB program. They've been working virtually but collaboratively to do a whole project around the impacts of COVID-19 across the world. They have to take a kind of current issue, and we can't get really more current issue than that one, and look at it from a scientific perspective, and they did a fabulous job. I was fortunate enough to get in on a few of their final elevator pitches that they were doing on their Zoom calls, and so impressive, the work of our year 12. So great job, year 12, fantastic. In our 3rd MUN session and our virtual MUN program, we had another great session. Japan had their resolution debated and the amendments were made, and I believe they had a very special guest from a world leader, a certain Boris Johnson. I would really recommend, if you get a chance, to look at the fabulous art from our IB art students. Our year 13 art students haven't had the opportunity to present their artwork in person, but we've created from a virtual art gallery, and it's stunning. It's filled with all the information about the artwork, and there's 3D pieces and videos for you to watch about the artwork, as well as just experience some absolutely tremendous pieces of artwork from our year 13. So well done, year 13. There are 2 events coming up that I want you to look out for. In particular, Rebecca Kahn-Whitman, who is the Senior Assistant Director of Admissions at the University of Chicago. She is doing a session for students all on a variety of different topics, for everything to how to make the most of your summer experiences, as well as college tips and tricks and preparation, some information about liberal arts colleges, how it all links to your professional experience. Just a good session there to be involved in. And we have NASA coming. We have NASA coming to Bish, Houston. We are privileged to host Stephen Smith, who is a NASA and STEM education specialist, and he's going to do a presentation all about the current and upcoming missions that are going on in NASA and everything it takes to be successful in NASA. So still loads of fantastic opportunities coming up for people. Even if we are getting towards the end of the academic year, please do check your inboxes and our social media streams for particular details. Our heads of year are busy preparing end of year celebrations. We've got transition days coming up on the 10th of June. We've got our parent teacher student conferences in the final week of the term. We've got our big BIS Houston drive-through. We're going to drop things off and pick things up and wave goodbye. All those details should be coming out to you in your inboxes. And of course, there's other fantastic things going on as we go beyond the end of the school year. So we are going to be running our summer camps. Please look out for details on our summer camps. No passports are required. If you are a bus rider, also check out the information about buses for next year. Finally, a week ago today, we had tremendous event here in our graduation. I hope you got to see some of the fabulous things that took place. It was great to spend the evening with our families in year 13 and celebrate with them after all their hard work. No better event really to demonstrate the pride and the unity and the respect, our core values that we have. And pride, unity and respect are values that I think are important always to uphold, but particularly in today's world with all the things that are going on around us, being true to those values are also really important. So many things happening. Please, as always, stay safe, stay connected. And you know what I'm going to say? Go Bulldogs!